and welcome back to Talk O'Clock. As you can see, last week's episode was pretty good, so we're going to try and keep on that. I'm your host, Halo.
I'm your co-host, eBay.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Cole.
Nice suspense, I like that one. Now, one thing I want to quickly grace upon is, obviously, last week Gabe wasn't here. Last week's episode was pretty fucking good. The recording session before I fucking started recording that one was a 24-minute episode, which I don't think will ever see the light of day, because he decided to just talk to me like a brick wall. So he's benched for a time being.
Yo, hold up, my girlfriend's calling me real quick. Hold up. I put this away real quick. Hold up. Yo, hello. Yeah. I'm doing a podcast right now. Like, all my friends are on here, and they're kind of pissed at me, but I just keep talking to you, cause like, you know. Yeah, he's like making noise right now. He's really pissed at me. Halo really hates me right now. But I'm gonna just keep talking. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, they're raging right now, bro. They're so mad.
Followed by the iconic lines of "Fine."
But I don't care. I known you for like 2 days, you know. Yeah.
No, it's like 5 months. 5 months.
Apparently 5 months.
Bruh. Alright, I'm done.
Good skit, funny. Okay, first thing, let's get the ball rolling. Right.
Don't mind me. I'm smoking weed.
He's our weed man. It's quite funny. It's nice to see that we've got this new dynamic going on. Like, I'm trying to keep the podcast going. I mean, even though I was like really fucking close to fucking killing last week's, just killing off the entire thing last week after that fucking terrible pre-record, I was like, that's fucking, I can't do that.
Check Telegram right now.
I don't reply.
Oh god.
Fucking eBay, right? Bro,
Taking a screenshot of that.
Oh, boys. Podcast tonight.
Oh my
Lamau.
god.
Feels bad, but it sucks to suck, doesn't it, Cole? Or not Cole, Gabe.
So, let's see.
This is why you don't keep talking about your goddamn girlfriend. Jesus Christ. Every time we talk. Stop.
You two have heard the audio. I might include it. I don't know. Or it might be like...
Include, like, snippets.
Or I might just upload the whole thing raw. Like, no edit, no nothing. Like, in a I don't...
Just call it like fuck up .wav.
Well, I mean...
Fuckup.wav.
The really funny thing is that every time I have to re-record, or, like redo a launch, it's literally just called fuckup1.mp4, fuckup2.mp4, fuck1.mp4, fuck2 with 2 C's, by the way. I just find it like a great fucking issue, you know.
Feels
Yeah,
bad,
it's funny to have like a tiny little cock up, you know, fuck up the start. Yeah, that's funny, you know.
But 25 minutes.
But a whole 25 minutes of okay, the first let's be generous. The first 10 minutes, let's say, was like bearable. But you two have heard it. I'm more than likely gonna fucking upload
It's
it.
horrible.
The first 10 minutes was cringe but bearable, and then
Five
the 15
was-
minutes after that, minutes after that is just aggravating.
It's painful to me because obviously I'm the guy running this place. So when something like that happens, it can, like I say, like last week, I had really fucking thought of just going, you know what, fuck this, I quit. This is no longer a thing. I've quit.
Would have made me so sad. I love this podcast.
I love it because we can actually talk and do things. Actually discuss. Discussion.
Yo, I've got some people that want to come on the podcast soon. Some of my
Don't make
buddies.
them come on, because that's Bukaki. But okay.
Oh.
Yes, they want to have a bukkake on our podcast.
Okay, we need to
Yo.
get Clifford in then.
You ever
We need
just,
somebody to
like-
come on.
Yeah, it was just me. You ever just like, alright, so like you're just chilling, and then you think of like something you're gonna Google search, and then you open up Google, and you totally forget what you were gonna search.
Oh my god, that happened to me yesterday. I was buying shit. And then I
Bro,
was
I'm
like,
literally staring
shit,
at
what did
Google
I
right now,
wanna
like
buy?
I don't know what to do. Oh,
You know.
wait, I know what I was looking for.
That happened with me
Shit,
earlier
I
today.
said-
I was trying
oh.
to get something for my for the Discord server, which I'm gonna actually plug in the comments, not comments, but description. I'm gonna actually remember to plug it this time, because I'm reworking on the server now, so obviously it's gonna look all nice and shiny new. So earlier today, I was trying to remember a bot because I wanted to fix up some of the stuff, and I couldn't remember its short name or the URL. So I put in, my brain like majestically went, "Oh yeah, it's this really long name," and I just went, "I'm just gonna type in the really long name. It's just gonna pop up anyway."
Let's look it up. Oh, yeah, here we go. I meant to look up dolphin.
What?
The
The
emulator.
emulator.
The
Yeah.
Wii emulator. Because I'm trying to play
It's-
Wii
it's a-
Sports.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a Wii. It's actually a quite hybrid emulator. I like it.
Yeah, it's a Wii GameCube emulator.
Yeah, it's a really nifty little thing.
Fuck, I'm gonna play Minecraft high as fuck.
Wait, did you just start recording now, Halo?
Yeah, we've been recording for 7 minutes.
No, it just said
You know
you
when
just
we
started
introduced
recording.
ourselves?
Oh, it's probably just sent the message in the chat. Because it
Yo.
auto sends a message in the chat, which it could have
Yeah.
just been delayed notification.
Hey
Right.
boys,
What?
we could play What the Box while we do the podcast.
No, we ain't someone squints at someone. We ain't someone like them.
Yeah, we can't. We have afterwards though.
Oh yes,
wait, wait,
yes,
hold on.
yes, yes,
Might
I
as well
know.
call. Might
I
as
know
well
who
call
you're
Elliot at the
squinting.
same time. Might as well call Elliot at the same time. Then I'll probably wake him
Might
up.
as well
from
call
sleep.
my hoes right now, you know.
Yeah, fucking everyone start calling everyone to wake him up.
Yo, after we should play.
Might as well call Nikki.mp5.
She's with her boyfriend right now. I don't think you'd have good luck.
And bro, she's got secret side hoes. She'd be using Telegram's secret DM feature.
Or,
Because it doesn't say like the actual message, it says new secret message.
Yep.
I do not directly endorse cheating on your partner. I am not Dr. Disrespect.
Oh yeah, no, don't cheat on
I mean,
your partner.
to be honest with you, I'm gonna get real here. If you are actually having problems with your relationship, either seek counseling or actually talk things out. It will probably help getting things back on track and seeing yourself and your partner happy. This is, at the end of the day, seeing happiness is like the yin and yang to everything. A relationship needs both of those things to work. One side isn't happy, then you get this one-sided relationship where someone ain't happy, the other is happy being with them. But to them, it's not enjoyable. They feel trapped because they can't express their feelings. So do talk to your partner if you two are having relationship issues or you just cannot commit to it.
Wait, was it Dr. Disrespect who did it, or was it?
Yeah, he cheated on his wife, but obviously he fixes things up, which is nice.
He got
It's nice
so
to see.
much shit for that.
Yeah, and
Wait, I thought it was Pro Jared who did that.
he done some like more hardcore shit, but Dr. Disrespect like actually went back on track. He fixed his shit up, and to be honest with you, I like him. He's actually quite decent.
Mhm.
Like Pro Jared, bro, that dude looked like a fucking rapist anyway, bro.
Yeah, he really does.
Bro, we
No cap.
no cap, bro. He kind of look weird, bro.
I don't remember making this world, but I'm going to play this world.
That's what
So,
God said.
Minecraft is more popular than Fortnite on YouTube now.
It's good to
We're
see.
going to a good place.
That's
We're
just
going
PewDiePie
back-
plays it.
Yeah, we're going back to heaven, boys.
Yo,
Yo.
PewDiePie's sub count went like way down, and then he started playing Minecraft, and they just went way back up.
To be honest with you, yeah, PewDiePie can be PewDiePie. Yeah, he can get involved in some really stupid scandals. But the thing is, we can all learn from this, is that the media will always cling on to the bad stuff and never the good stuff they'll do.
What do I need?
I mean, you got
Okay,
people
yeah,
like
I guess.
Mr. Beast who always, like, do good things, but when something bad happens to them, they're immediately a good guy because he's done something good. Yeah, PewDiePie, yeah, he's been on YouTube for, since the fucking platform started?
Yeah.
And he's been on it for, like, he's made several hundred videos. He's made shit tons of money, right? Oh, he says something bad? Oh, he said something a little bit controversial? Oh, he said something which has been taken out of context? Oh, he's a fucking mad, bad man. And I'm like, it greatly pains me to, like, attempt to comprehend which goes through in these guys' fucking heads.
Yo, guess what?
What?
I got Wii Sports working on my computer.
Good to know.
I don't know why I disrupted that.
Hell yeah. Full
One thing
fucking
I'm
iron
gonna grace
armor.
upon, because I don't think I actually did talk about it last week, or I did talk about it last week, and it'll never see the light of day, or in a couple of days. I find it funny how, when people were like dating on Twitter,
Yeah.
and someone they put on their profile, uh, don't pay attention to me, 19-year-olds taken. I'm scrolling down, and I see, I guess I'm no longer taken. I guess I'm single now.
Sucks for
Feels
them.
bad.
I just seen something. Man who identifies as female asks township to approve LGBT party for topless 12-year-olds and no parents. Discuss.
What?
What?
Discuss. I just don't understand. I don't comprehend how people can. This is what I mean by, yeah, no
You
offense to
broke
the
my brain.
LGBT shit, right? They can do them, but a dude who identifies as female is asking his local township for a topless pool party for 12-year-olds without parents.
Yeah, it's a little fucked up.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I'm okay with them. The LGBT. Yeah, you do you. I do my life, right? But things like that need to kind of be like shown upon, and how something like that, yeah, it can pop up, and I don't really approve of it. I mean, I sometimes think that people can use the LGBT to their advantage to take advantage of kids.
Hmm. That's usually what happens. That's the thing.
Like, yeah, you can give people freedom. Yeah, I don't really care, right? But it's things like this I think people should care about. The government should care about. Local enforcement should care about. Is that we should be more vigilant.
Aren't they like trying to say that pedophilia is a fucking
I'm pretty sure that was
LGBT?
a
Yeah,
joke.
that was a shit show. That was a shit show when they did
I'm
that.
pretty I think that's either a hoax or a real thing, but I can't remember. But you get what I mean. It's like you create an imbalance by giving someone. Again, it's kind of like you give someone the high power, the high ground, and then everything goes to shit.
Fuck, I am high.
But the question is, can you smell colors yet?
Yes.
No, that would be psychedelics.
In before.
Speaking of which,
fucking-
I have stories about, but
Yeah,
I don't
go
know if
ahead.
it's good.
And fucking
I
talk. Remember, this is your experience. It's your story time. It's your time to shine in the podcast.
it was a couple nights ago. I was out and about in my place of living and not livings because I was not at my house. I was at my friend's house and we were doing a magical thing called shroom. Very intense. Very, 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 very intense. I had quite a
Wow.
few. And now this is a do not do. Like, they are not exactly a legal thing. So,
No,
do
they're
not do
not.
this. So, here I am, doing these shrooms. I'm smoking some weed, you know, having a good time. And when they, like, kicked in, you're in a different dimension. Like, you're gone. There's no coming back from it, kind of thing. And, you gotta kind of submit to it. Like, you have to, otherwise you're not gonna have a good time at all. So I submitted. You know, I was in this trance, right? Like, I was seeing colors like change, and I'm tripping balls. My other friends are tripping balls too. And my one friend walks out of the bathroom after like having kind of a bad trip, and he just falls. He just blacks out. Boom, falls flat on his face, like on the ground. Me and my friend come running out. We're both tripping balls. We're like, holy shit. And he like wakes up. He's like, oh, what just happened? We're like, you just fucking fell. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. He's like, did I black out? I'm like, think so. And then he was like, damn, okay, I'm gonna go sleep now. So he went to sleep. And then it was just me and my friend tripping balls. And I like tripped hard. We started watching BoJack Horseman at one point.
That's like the
Tripping
best show to
absolute
watch.
balls. Holy fuck. It's so trippy, bro. When you're on
Good show,
shrooms,
though.
it's like, it is a good show. I started watching it again. Such a good show. Um, but yeah, it's a good show. And shrooms, they like help you discover yourself too. It's really weird. You have like these breakthroughs, and like clears your mind of a question that you've had but could never answer. It's like, damn. It really shows who you are. It's really cool. It's an experience that I feel like everyone should do once in a lifetime, but like
Until it's
when you're
legal.
older,
Until it's legal. We'll just leave it at that. Until it's legal.
yeah, when it's legal or something, you should definitely try because
Remember,
they
we do
are
not endorse any usage of them. These are just experiences that someone's had.
they are
Looks at Ethan. Yes, you.
they are yes, fun. Very fun.
Ethan is ever loving love on drugs.
Yo, Mother Nature gave them to us. Why not use them? And shrooms, they have an after effect of happiness. They're really good antidepressants. So when they're legal and you're like depressed, microdose some shrooms. You'll be happier. You'll be so much better. You'll feel so much better about your life.
And another thing, this is like almost like the lonely bit as well. A perfect segue. When you have a partner and things, yeah, you can dedicate a lot of your time to them. But the one thing you should always do is like allocate time to spend with them and also with your friends to not completely zone them out and nothing collides. Because no one really wants a day where you're hanging out with your friends and he's just sitting there on his phone all the time, being really a buzzkill. You know?
If your friends are on your phone, you're hanging out, call them out on it. Be like, yo, something better happening.
For real.
And then they'll be like, what? No. And be like, uh-huh, then why are you on your phone?
That's what I mean. It's
Oh.
this kind of also like reflects on the episode before we recorded the last one. Uh, that atrocious fucking mess.
Fuck, yeah, we really do gotta call him out on it, like, for real.
It
For real,
low
for real.
key like it pisses me
It's
off.
frustrating as hell.
Yes, it's anger. Anger is what I feel.
I
Words
put
are not
time.
what I do.
I put time into something, you know, and then you get something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a really big fork in the road.
Yeah.
That's just a giant fuck you.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of left there in the road, really. Which I didn't like, you know, I was kind of left in this predicament. Because, obviously, I didn't want to do the episode no more if he's just gonna, you know, if you're sitting there, you're playing a fucking game. Literally on a podcast, yeah, you can play chill games. That's what I say, nothing competitive, because, you know, if you compare, if you know, you start going silent, you start focusing, and you give more time to something else, you know, you start paying attention to whatever's going on in the game.
Yeah.
So obviously, and
That's what I'm
also
playing.
if someone else is in that room, obviously you got them talking.
If you're on the
The
phone,
button
you have them
presses.
talking.
Yeah, you got like button presses off the controller as well. The
Yeah.
in-game sounds if they got their TV up.
Yeah.
If you're playing a competitive game, just like be silent about it. Like that's what I've been doing. I'm playing Wii Sports right now.
Bro, I'm playing Minecraft and I'm enjoying it.
I'm playing
It's
Wii Sports
a trippy
Baseball in
game.
4K.
I was just say, you want to talk about anything? I mean, let's get the chat convo, the topic moving.
Eh,
In before we like continuously call him out.
I have nothing like
Is
really
Cole
like topics.
becoming a co-host? Question mark.
I would have if I didn't have work.
I mean, you still got that window, and hey, look, I think that that seat might have just conveniently opened up.
Well, I'm looking forward to it if you need one.
No,
Ouch, my arm hurts so bad.
bro. Quit
I'm
being
literally like pulling muscles by playing this game.
Did you not do any? Okay. Reminder: if you're listening to this and you're doing any exercise, you're playing Wii Sports, you're playing anything that involves physical exercise or anything like that.
Exercise. Drink water and stretch before you
Stretch
exercise.
your muscles, drink, make sure everything's okay. Don't overdo it on the water. Make sure you get in that zone.
Don't
Yo,
overdo
but
Wii
if you-
Sports.
If you don't
Bro,
stretch,
don't overdo Wii Sports as well, because remember, you
If you-
might accidentally fucking throw your Wiimote into your TV.
I have
but
the
if you
strap.
don't,
I have the strap
you-
on my wrist.
but if you don't stretch your,
Oh yeah, I didn't stretch my arm at all. Like it hurts so
if
bad.
you don't stretch your muscles, you'll get like super intense workout really quickly, and it's brutal. You don't want it.
I think Cole would be rather good to be a co-host. It'd be quite nice to be honest with you. You know,
Yeah.
I'm
get
just
some
joking.
new, get some new wind in. You know, obviously you don't actually have to worry about work now for a while, so
Yeah.
that's a more very useful thing. You know, you're getting more free time now, which means we don't have to have the same people in all the time,
Hmm.
which is obviously very, very useful for me because I then don't feel trapped, which is nice.
My arm hurts so bad. Literally next time I'm
Feels
drinking water.
bad.
Drink water, stretch. Remember, stretch your muscles, get them ready. It's like if you're gonna be, that's what you see, like, you know, in any sport really. You see them like stretching, getting ready. You see them in racing, you know, getting ready, stretching, exercise. You know, do like these small exercises, which are gonna end up helping in the long run.
What sucks? I'm playing a game, bro. I'm playing Wii.
You're playing a fucking Wii game.
Not even
I'm
standing up.
surprised. Oh, you never stand
He's
up. I was
not
gonna say
even standing up.
if you were standing up, that would probably make a bit more sense.
I'm sitting down in my chair, just like
Swinging.
hitting the remote. Yeah, just swinging the remote.
That's something for fucking breaks.
I don't know, I've hit my table a few times when I'm playing this game.
Yeah. Yeah. You got anything you want to talk about? I mean, seeing as you know, you want to cover on any topic?
Nothing much really. I'm pretty disconnected from everything, so I don't know really any news.
I mean, this is a podcast. You can pretty much talk about anything. Just follow the miniature guidelines we kind of said, and that's it.
Mm. Uh, I mean, the only thing I'm thinking about right now is like those two shootings were crazy. The ones in El Paso and then the one in like Dayton, Ohio. That's insane.
We're not on the same day.
Not the same day, like technically not the same day, but like in the same like 24 hours. Like it's insane. It wasn't even like
Yeah.
24 hours. It was like 6 hour window between them.
Strange how it works or how it happens.
And like
Damn.
criminal wise, like they aren't even like
Oh.
connected, like plot wise. Apparently,
That's what I
they're not even
mean.
connected.
Things like that you can never really predict, but it kind of boils down. You can say it's mental health. You can say it's games.
I hate that. I hate that. Something. You know, that's something we could talk about.
Yeah.
Video
could-
games supposedly causing violence.
Right. We can kind of clothesline this. You're playing Minecraft. You're playing Wii Sports. Right. Since where do you see a correlation? What games do you really think would cause some sort of needing to play or be excessively violent?
It's always okay. What the
Fortnite.
media points out, is always like Fortnite, GTA, or Call of Duty. It's always those three. It's the main big like three violent games. Then you have like Mortal Kombat and something.
Yeah, but then they don't really like talk about that because that's more of a fighting game and not a shooting game.
Yeah.
Which is it's kind of funny how you see it change. Mortal Kombat, oh, it's really bloody, really violent. That's as soon as okay, so this is how it went, right? Or how I see it went. In the arcades, it was a fun arcade machine, but it wasn't bad. It was an arcade machine. You play an arcade.
Yeah.
That's it. It gets released on a console, and that's when stuff starts happening, and that's when people are like, this game's violent. But then shooters come out, and obviously with the surge in mass shootings and things, obviously everyone now turns to shooting. Any violent game makes you someone who's a mass shooter or something.
Yeah, for like opens Call of Duty. I mean, honestly though, it's it's a little different though. So I feel like it almost has like a near opposite effect. Um, like you see like Call of Duty, and then you have like kids that are like, I want to do like the same exact thing. Then they like join the armed forces. Like they're doing something good with that knowledge that they like earned from that video game.
And
And
also,
sometimes it's just like,
I kind of personally think that for a more violent tendency anyway, it's about your upbringing, what changes you as a person.
exactly.
If you're growing up, or you've grown up and you've been treated like shit your entire life, you're gonna treat people like shit. That's how you've been treated. You grow up
Yep.
in a violent household, you're gonna be a violent person. Yeah, you might be able to control it, you might be able to refine yourself later in your life, but you'll
I
notice
grew
that
up in a calm household, man.
like when you get into a fight, you're in a violent household, people get into fights all the time, things like that. It's starting to become more apparent. You can see it clearer. But when something like this is blamed, you can't really go shooting games equal bad.
You really
See,
can't.
Here's the thing that I heard is that like literally if main thing if child abuse just didn't exist anymore, a lot of the world's issues would be gone. A lot of them would be. And let's be honest, like, the main thing that, like, makes a person who they really are, like, really depends on their roots. And your roots start with your childhood. Literally affects the rest of your life. Like, it's the beginning of your life. Literally, your childhood is, like, the tutorial of your life. Like, you start off with, like, really shitty, like, childhood. I mean,
Some people
you
bounce
start off with
back.
that
Some
feeling.
people get like really
Yeah.
big.
They take it out on the world 'cause they can't take it on anyone else.
Yeah, you got people who've had a pretty shit upbringing, and obviously they bounce back. You've had people who've had shit upbringings and have a shit life. You know, things like that.
I just hate how, like, the media is making excuses. Like, they're trying to make, like, making excuses for the unexcusable. Like, oh, it's a mental health issue. Start giving medicine. Okay, but where does that mental health stem to? Their
Yeah,
childhood.
your mental health. I would say you can't call everyone crazy. You can't call it. Yeah, people have troubled times. People have PTSD. Things. You come back from. All these things happen. As a human, all have different minds to ourselves. Some people can be borderline insane. Some people can think that shooting someone is completely okay. They're not insane, but they think that morally.
I hate how it's always put on, like,
The
video
games.
games or, like, mental health. Like, okay, yeah, sometimes
Yo,
mental health can be an issue. Someone,
video games for me was an escape from
Reality and everything
reality.
going around.
Like, it was a coping mechanism. It wasn't ever something to fucking shoot people. Like,
bro,
I've
literally,
played
I
video games since I was like 5 years old, bro.
literally,
Never.
I can go with this almost every time I play GTA. And let's say you're at a shootout and you
You're
shoot
having
civilians in
fun.
the games.
You don't feel bad because it's a
You
character.
don't feel bad because it's a video game. They don't
It's
exist.
fake.
Yes,
Yeah.
they represent people, but just because I'm shooting someone who's completely digital does not have any, like, thinking. They don't exist.
And for the record as well, for a game which is aimed for the adult community, adult player base, right? And for an extra note as well, there is no children characters in this game, no children NPCs whatsoever.
Mm.
So it's like, what are you gonna do now?
Oh,
You
that was a
can't
big
scream
that
at
was a
them.
big thing. Is that um the beta version, like the alpha, one of the alphas of GTA 5, they had shit like child like characters. But
Really?
I mean, yeah, they thought, like, Rockstar genuinely thought about adding child characters. So, like, Jimmy and not Amanda, what's her other?
Tracy?
Tracy were originally supposed to be children or, like, teenagers, like legit teenagers, not like in their
Not
20s, just
18.
like being kids, like legit teenagers
Yeah.
or just kids in general. Um, and then, like, people started, leaks happen, and then controversy starts, and then they're like, all right, fine, like, we need to really, like, age up these characters. Like, originally, and also, like, the game was supposed to be, like, super gory too. Like GTA 5 was supposed to be way different than what it looks like now.
And
I
And
wish they
let's
had
get some.
realistic, like,
Yeah,
getting shot, though. Like, if you shoot someone
right.
in the kneecap, they'd, like, stumble down.
I
I wish they
I'm
had
gonna
that.
get really real here. Without games, without any sort of online game, if we didn't have it, nor have had access to any game, if the media, if this was somehow in the future, or now, and the media has went, all right, will they stop making these games, or let's completely ban them worldwide, we wouldn't be sitting here with this podcast.
Literally,
Honestly.
Discord wouldn't exist. I, Skype would have a much lower user base. You know, like
There's a lot of things which surprise me greatly with how games have affected the world, obviously.
I mean, yeah,
Racing games, things like that, right?
Mm.
Some racing games, obviously, you know, you got like the shoot race, you know, the shoot 'em up ones, and you know, Destruction Derby. Destruction Derby in itself isn't really violent because this is a common thing. You know, you get, you know, a car, you strip it down, you put some safety bits in it, and you drive it around a track and crash. That's the whole point of it. It's not violent. Other racing games, you know, more realistic ones, help brands or the actual real race itself become more popular and famous.
I hate how the media is making video games an excuse that covers up bad parenting,
The harsh
child
reality of everything.
child abuse, you know, like all this shit, like oh, mental health needs to be like improved. The government needs to care about more health, mental health. Video games need to stop being violent. Look,
You can't really
mental
stop a
health
game
is
from being
true.
violent.
Look, mental health is a real issue. Not gonna lie, people can have literally the best
You can
lives
have
ever.
depression. Yeah, you
You
can
can
be
still have depression.
having. Yeah, you can have the hands down best life, but like, you can be always happy, then one day something really bad happens.
And yeah, like legit traumatic experiences happen. People die. You know, you
And
see some
look
stuff
at the
that you don't want to
people
see.
who also go to war and things, right?
Exactly.
Some come back with PTSD and things.
Weed helps with that. Sorry.
Like people, like you get what I mean. Like, you know, some people get PTSD. Some people don't even need to. This is one thing I don't understand why people get mixed up with, is that you don't need to go to war to get PTSD. People think you go to war to get it, and I'm like, it's not really how it happens, because for it to be post-traumatic stress disorder, you know, witnessing
There
your
just
friend
has to be a
commit
traumatic
suicide. Yeah, that's what I
event.
mean. Like, witnessing your friend kill themselves, getting a car accident, which, you know, you saw, and something like that, right?
Hmm.
You see it with your own eyes. It's going to scar you. Like,
Like, I just hate how like such a there's so many excuses and it's almost always fun but video games. Like, okay, school shootings nowadays, and even like the 90s, like one of the Combine shooters, his mom, I'm pretty sure, was like a social worker or something,
yeah, then
and
he
she
played
worked
like
with
Doom or
kids.
something, and like that was the start of it.
No, he had like from what like that's a diamond in the rough. Okay, like there are kids. Don't get me wrong. There are kids who will play a video game and be like, "Oh, I
Have
want to do
violent,
this."
yeah, who have violent tendencies, but again, we're all
But
mentally wired differently. Some people are, like, look at Obama, things like world leaders, right? From a get
exactly,
go, their mental wiring is different to everyone. You know, world leaders, politicians, they're wired differently. They follow what they, you know, have.
and here's the thing, like that still doesn't cover the fact that if you believe that your kid is like getting these violent tendencies from playing violent video games, take them away. Just don't
That's
let them play those
yeah.
videos and watch them closely. Take care of your child. Don't let them like just keep gaining these tendencies. Don't let them keep playing them games. Watch their friends. You know, make sure their friends are good friends. Like, there's nothing wrong with keeping your kid in check. And with even adults, like, look,
Even if you're
if
their
you,
friend, like, come
yeah,
on.
exactly. If you have a friend or your boyfriend or your girlfriend is playing these games and they're getting violent tendencies, contact someone. If you see, if you notice that, like, they're getting to the point where
They're
it's
developing
they're
some
developing
bad habit.
something so bad, talk to their family, talk to talk to the police if you have to.
And
talk to
this is
someone.
a perfect thing as well. When kids access, there's some people blame, kids accessing porn and things as well. Things like that. Yeah, oh, this kid accessed this website, they got this.
Oh my
In
god.
And I'm like, I hope people do know you get things on the internet. Yeah, you see bad things. You see like, sites about shootings, blah, things like that, right? Porn sites. You name it, kids have probably seen it one day by stumbling across it, right? So it's something like a shooting site, or someone's manifest of a shooting or something, right? Could have easily been prevented by the parents installing child safety on net. Most internet service providers, by standard, have some basic internet protection, not basic internet protection, but child safety to prevent your kids from accessing damaging material.
Exactly. So look, the whole video games argument still doesn't cover the fact that like people need to watch their kids, or like watch their partners or watch their friends. Like, yeah, there are people who will play GTA and kill people and be like, I want to do this shit. This shit is exhilarating. I want to rob banks, do all this shit, and then they go do it. Yeah, that's a dime in the rough. I'm not saying that like you
And then
can't
you got people
retrieve.
who still find that enjoyment, but they'll play and only play the game because they know they can't do it in real life because it's illegal.
Or because it's just a video game. Like, video games are literally meant to alleviate stress, talk to friends, hang back.
Or
The whole point
immerse
of
yourself in a new world, things like that.
that's it. Yeah, exactly. Immerse yourself in a new world. Literally, people, you know, you play GTA, you can literally speed, you could shoot. Like, you can't do that shit in real
You can
life.
speed, you can shoot, you can do drive-bys, things like that.
Do a new drug, like all this shit you cannot do in real life without fucking yourself up.
I mean, you can smoke weed in real life.
Yeah, I know, but if you're doing like POD plans, like you're kind of like freaking yourself up.
Oh, yeah, no, you're.
Or if you're getting like drunk as shit and driving, like you can't do that.
Yeah. Like, I think people just kind of need to exercise more. Yeah, you can play all these violent games and not get violent tendencies. Some people can play those games to escape whatever troubled reality they might be having. Some people might be playing these games to immerse themselves. People are getting,
Exactly.
virtual reality is starting to appear more. People want to play virtual reality games. Immerse themselves in whatever world that may be.
Bro, like deadass, I love video games. Like there's times where like I just don't feel like playing them. Or like I just want to chill out and all that. But like if I had never purchased an Xbox or purchased Xbox Live or like ever played GTA ever in my life, or like just played Mario Kart Wii all night
shot
like I used
shot
to as a
that
kid.
one of your friends, right? Then they have like a small chat, and then some other dude joins in. If it wasn't for small things like that as well, we wouldn't probably be here.
I would have never met you guys, and like you guys are literally like one of my best friends. Like I've known you, Halo, for like 6 years now, at least six, about to be
Yeah,
7. Like it's insane. There are people I've seen on Twitter, like people who have known their friends from Xbox and PlayStation Network for like more than 15 years, and then they go to their weddings and be like their best man.
yeah. A few times this also happened is even seen in racing communities and things. Uh, Even from participating in that single race, you can befriend someone,
Hmm.
and then lo and behold, maybe a few years down the line, you two become best friends. Fuck it, you might even become lovers at one point,
Hmm.
right? And it kind of shows you that things change, things happen.
And video games also like spark interest. You meet new people. Look,
Yeah.
you can go on any forum and be like, "Well, I like cherries. Well, I like apples." Fuck,
You
like,
can discuss.
but on
Like,
video games, like, you're playing GTA for an extensive amount of time because you like the game.
Okay. Yo, without GTA, I wouldn't be friends with either of you, pretty much.
yeah,
Because that's how me and Halo bonded like fucking 5, 6 years ago.
yeah.
Same with me and Cole.
Hmm.
And this also dates back to the very catalyst person I met to then speak to Ethan and JJ. And if it wasn't for that, me playing Team Fortress 2 as a kid and then friending a kid, speaking to him for a few times and speaking to him a few more times when I got Xbox, getting into a party, then starting to speak to Ethan, it kind of changes your aspect when you look back, and it shows you that simple conversation with someone, even saying hello or something, fuck it, even a few years, months down the line, you can become friends with them.
Yeah. But
Like,
me and
video
Halo pretty
games
much just
are
clicked instantly.
video games are amazing, and they spark real friendships, and
Yeah.
it's just unthinkable about what they can do.
Look
Literally,
at
like,
people as well who have been found love from playing
mhm.
games.
hmm
You
Like,
know,
I never even imagined like meeting someone from literally across the Atlantic Ocean and talking to them almost like every day for 6, 7 years. I mean, we had like our one year where
Fucking
like we were break,
same.
like we just
yeah,
didn't
we
like
had
talk.
like small breaks and things.
But
Obviously,
like,
that was like small fights.
bro, like it's gotten to the point where like my mom asked like, oh, so like how's Daryl or doing, or like, oh, when are you gonna meet him? Like my mom fully supports me like getting a ticket and going to fucking like the UK.
That's what I mean. It's cool to see that conversation. It shows you, like I say, man, several times now. Uh, if it wasn't for that conversation, we can just be from that simple hi hello to
Hmm.
winning a race, beating someone in a death match, or you found him as some car or some rare car and give it to him. You can start a completely different you know contact. You start building a friendship with them, and then it's only till you look back at it you go, holy shit, if I didn't if I didn't give him this special car on GTA or something, if it wasn't for me giving him this rare DLC gun, that I would never speak to him.
The world and the internet is just insane. Yo, I'm kind of pissed. Just like, if I didn't have work last Sunday, I would have met Note.
Yeah, I mean, it's on that system of in you go online, you speak to all these people, like some people, you play a death match or you play a race against them, or something like that, and then you speak to them, and then some people then find out, they're in a local neighborhood, or they've met several times and just never spoken, and found out they're really nice people.
Mm.
There's people, obviously there are some people who actually send tickets out to go to their wedding because they see him as best man things.
Lucy, Lucy,
Bro, I just got buried.
Lucy,
Rip.
come here, dog.
But it
But I'm still alive.
but it shows you though that if it wasn't for it can even be as simple as joining that one Minecraft server, joining that Discord server. You can change the course of history for yourself, the course of time for yourself. You can befriend someone on there, and boom, you two
Mhm.
could be partners. You two could be like roommates. You could be like brothers and sisters till you die. right? And games, this all goes back to games help people alleviate stress, escape from problems, and help them be themselves without actually having to go out there. Some people have, social anxiety. Some people have things what can't let them hang out as often as most people would. So they would play games because obviously they struggle to socialize. And then a few years down the line, over a couple of weeks, they meet someone online, they're, new friend. And then you start building that friendship, and then you get a few other people in a friend group, and then lo and behold, you're friends with them, you're friends with them, they're friends with you, and things like that. So, like, our one, obviously, my side to meeting you guys was me playing Team Fortress 2 on the 360, meeting some kid, friending them, speaking to them for like a little bit, and then fast forward meeting JJ, which then led to me meeting eBay, and then it kind of like followed through with everyone else.
Yeah, that is facts, bro. This wouldn't have happened if I didn't play Xbox all those years ago. That Xbox 360, Gears of War, first game I ever played. If I didn't do that, would have never met you guys. Never would have gotten an Xbox One.
That's
Never
what I mean.
would've.
And some people might actually have several mental, not really like, some people could be facing really serious depression and things. And playing games can help alleviate that problem. You play games, is a form of escapism to feel happy, then obviously, lo and behold, you found a friend. Some people say they feel really suicidal, then they start talking it out to someone, and then, they feel better, they then have a friend. That's how I see it as,
Bro, whenever I want to kill myself, I just play Wii Sports and then I feel good.
Well, she can't keep because your arms are fucked.
Yeah, I don't feel good right now. My arms are so messed up.
Bro, that's because you didn't fucking stretch your arms, bro.
And I just drank water.
Oh,
But you get what I mean? It's like people have, their down moments. People have really bad things happen to them. And if it weren't for games, we'd be in that predicament of, oh, he's,
yo, if I didn't have games, I would be mad suicidal or like mad sad right now, bro. Because
That's
video
what I mean.
games, I got bullied to high hell when I was younger, and video games were like my escape from that reality. That's how I
Same,
met
bro.
you guys. You guys were like my only friends for fucking ever.
Same.
So
That's what I mean.
whenever I made a friend in real life, found out they had Xbox, I would be like, yo, I'd introduce them to you.
Yeah, because you feel more down to earth, and you'd feel happier as well.
I learned a
Yeah.
lot of shit from that. Sometimes if you introduce your friends to your online friends, it gets really
Yeah,
fucked up.
it gets really
Julie,
weird. 'Cause, like,
Oh man, who nay, who fucking blonde head, who's fucking who?
literally the worst thing I've ever done, bro.
Like, it was all okay at first, I'd say. Like, yeah, you'd have the few friendly jabs here and there, but she took it to a whole new fucking level. There's
Bro,
like being offensive and things, and then just being a cunt.
bro, like as a kid, bro, I got dumped for someone who lived like 600 miles away. You don't know how pissed I was as a kid, bro. Like I was like 7th grade too. Me and her
Yeah, I think I
relationship.
remember that. Like all the times you two would like, or one of you would message me and be like, "Yo, fuck, fuck him, fuck that, bloody blah blah," and then like you would end up followed by, "Sorry, they fucking stole my phone." But it shows you that it's about the trust in that person, and if you know for sure that they're not going to do it, then you can do it, you know.
Mhm.
You know, some people have real ease meeting, you know, like bringing their friend in with their friend group because you know they feel down to earth, shit like that. It just sometimes surprises me by how someone would do it. It would fail horribly, and then them realizing that they've made a mistake, and instead of making, you know, trying to correct it, trying to help, they just disappear or throw the fire into it. You know.
Holy fuck.
This
Anything
conversation got
else?
so real.
It really did. Oh, what the fuck? That's a
And that's what I
zombie.
like about this podcast. We can get from, you know, jokey jokes to really serious.
Mhm.
And
We literally talk about whatever's on our minds.
that's what I mean, and I like it.
I wish my PC could play more games.
And obviously this is where like you can segue it back to, you know, if it wasn't for us meeting, playing a game, we wouldn't be here with this podcast. Right.
Yup. That's true.
You can blame violent video games, but it's the person at the end of the day and not the game.
It really is.
Or it's the parents.
Because it's all about the upbringing. Yeah, some people get. That's why I say you should always keep an eye out, even if it's your friend, your best friend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner. Anyone can really think about it. Yeah, you can. Some people can say it as a joke. Obviously, dark humor's a thing.
Sometimes you can't see that shit, and that's okay. But if you see that shit, like,
But
straight in your
once,
face,
if you start seeing them actually start planning something out like that,
like, fuck you. Like,
actually
say
get
something.
some sort of help. Anonymous tip lines and things like that exist for a reason.
But here's the real question. If someone said don't come to school tomorrow, would you tell people? Or nah?
Well, I would say it kind of depends off of the person it comes through.
Like,
If
your
you know he's that
best
silent kid,
fucking
right?
friend.
If you know he's that silent kid or he's been having second thoughts, then you could tell.
What if it was like your best friend? He was just like, "Yo, don't come to school tomorrow."
In before he like comes around your house and sucks your dick.
Shit.
The mic cut out for a second. That's the first thing I heard. I was so confused.
He's like, "Yo, don't come to school tomorrow." So you sit home, you're chilling out. He comes around your house. He's wearing like skimpy clothes, and you're like, "Yo, what the fuck?" He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna suck your dick." You're like, "Okay."
They're just down for it, just like, oh,
I mean, I
alright.
guess you're in better than you expected. I mean, you was expecting like a fucking school shooting or something that's serious, and instead you get something a bit more pleasurable out of it.
Yeah, you know what looks so cool?
What?
But here's the real
The
question.
Valve Index.
But here's the real question. Would you nut in his mouth?
That can. It kind of depends if you think about it. But then, the kind of basis on. Did you say no homo?
Are you wearing socks?
I mean, you can break the whole thing by saying yeah, full homo, and boom, that's it. You've broke the curse,
Shit.
and that's it. Like you can just fucking rip on one. You can fucking rip him on, you know. But then if he's already coming around the house with the intention of sucking your dick anyway,
That's just mad weird.
I mean,
Holy fuck!
think about it though, right? Your best friend says not to come to school.
Holy fuck, that was scary as fuck! Ooh, buddy!
Right? So your friend tells you to don't go to school tomorrow. So you obviously stay home. He comes round with the intention to suck your penis, right?
What are you?
Would it be like this is the thing we've got to theorize here.
Why is this a thing?
This is the Talk O'Clock podcast. Remember, we're unhinged. We don't go, oh, we said the sex word, or oh, we said dick. Oh,
No, I
didn't
mean
wanna-
like,
oh.
but no, but I mean like, bro, where did this start at? Why are we? What?
Don't come to school tomorrow. Don't come. C-U-M. Boom. I've cracked it, boys. I've cracked it. Your best friend is secretly closeted, and he wants to express his lust and feelings to you by letting you bust a nut in his mouth. Boom. Clucked it. Boom. That's it. I've cracked it.
Damn.
I've cracked the code, boys.
FMH.
Oh, hi, creeper. Oh,
RTX on.
Oh, well.
And I think we should wrap up the podcast now. Because it's past an hour. We've done a really good episode. I feel happy with it.
Yeah, I feel like this is
We
pretty good.
We had some really serious bits as well, which is nice. It's nice. And also we took some jabs, and that was the funny thing. You know, so until next time, we'll see you next week. And you'll probably in a couple of days might see the full uncut 24 minutes of me like literally about to lose my shit.
Bruh. RTX, it's on.
We'll see you next week. Yeah, well, you see the latest or the unreleased episode probably in a few days' time. You'll probably see the funny fuck up of the start because I went partially deaf. You fucked up your mic. So until next time, guys, we'll see you next week. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to the Talk O'Clock podcast. It's been talky time. Last week's was good. Let's hope this one's good. I'm your host, Taylor.
I'm your co-host, eBay.
And I'm Busy Mac.
It's cold.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my god.
Right. The first thing is we're benching Gabe for a bit. This is important because obviously if you noticed from last week's episode, he wasn't there. Instead, it was one of my friends. And even before we recorded that one, there was a 24-minute episode, which is fucking idiot. His mic's gone.
His mic is gone completely.
His mic.
Oh yeah. You know my girlfriend.
His mic. Dude, your fucking mic. No, legit, you're like really fucking far away.
Legit, your belly's speaking, my guy. We can't hear you speak.
You want to hear this real quick? Hold up. I can't play too low. Top radio.
Dude, your fucking mic.
You broke your mic.
Wait, what?
Dude, you're fucking miles away.
Your mic is super quiet.
Am I actually
Bro, you're
Yes,
really fucking quiet.
that ass.
like doing that?
Okay, hold on. Fucking, I'm stopping.